It is always hard to speak on an occasion such as this when you have to talk about someone who you love dearly and daily. Keith Oliver Dawkins was not just a dear friend of the Clarkes, but he was a part of the Clarkes family. Our journey began about 26, 27 years ago when Bishop received his bachelor's in theology that he asked Keith to share in that special moment. Ever since, he became our family photographer to capture all the special events in our lives. And so he was there for when Bishop was installed as pastor of Calvary, and you named anniversaries, whatever, even our retirement in 2012, he was right there. He played such a pivotal role in our lives that he felt as though, because of our relationship, and we are family, blood family. And because of this, he took it further than just a business transaction. He would say to me, and now, Sybil, that's not my name, but Marilyn gave me that name, and so he followed suit. What are you wearing? And he feels as though that he must have his input, especially after Marilyn died. He said to me one day, Sybil, now that Marilyn is not here, I am taking over. I need to know when you have special events, and I need to know what you're wearing. I said, boy, look here, Marilyn never used to dress me. I said, remember, she's my daughter, so she would have gotten it from me. And we both would laugh, but that didn't stop him. He said, when there's an occasion, I need to know what you're wearing. I want to see. And he said, you know, you all Long Island girls know how to wear your hats. So you and my mom and my aunt, you all know how to wear hats. So I want to see how you can put that on when you get dressed. I said, Keith? He said, even after I moved to Turks and Caicos, Keith still wanted to remain a part of our lives. He called me and said, what you wearing for Christmas? In the beginning of December, and I said, I have some felt. I said, whatever you give me. He says, choose it. I said, well, green, red, black. He said, go with black. I haven't collected my hat as yet because I didn't game for it. I didn't spend Christmas here in Nassau. Keith meant so much to us that over the years he met with Bishop, and when he came out, he said, you all are my second parents. He said, now that my father is deceased, you all are my second parents. And so he knew that he could have called Bishop for any reason. Whether he wants to talk about the Bible, whether he wants to talk about how he could get his lawn looking like ours, or whether he wants to call, what did you fix for dinner? He knew that he could come, and he was a part of the family, and so whatever we have was his. Just recently, we were here. Didn't know Keith was admitted the night before. I went by his house, didn't know he was admitted the night before in hospital. And he wasn't there, and I moved on down to Kim and to Joanne. Joanne was not there. Kim operated as usual, and she didn't disclose anything. But I found out that he was in the hospital later that day. We were here for 2 weeks. And because he was in the ICU, I did not go to see him. The Thursday we were leaving, I found out the night before that he had moved on the regular, had a regular room. He was out of ICU. I thought it was too late, so I wanted to see him another time. But it happened that our flight canceled because of bad weather. And And so when the flight was canceled, I told my husband, I said, I don't know why, but I feel like I must see Keith. I said, I refuse to leave this island without seeing Keith. I asked him, he was exhausted, so he told me, I'm praying for him, tell him I'm praying for him, I love him, I'm praying for him, that he would get out there shortly. I went and I conveyed, we held hands, and we prayed. I prayed with him. He gave me all the up-to-dates, and then I said, Keith, I think you need some rest. You're talking plenty. I said, I want to see you out of here. I said, I only come to see you before I leave. I said, and offer a word of prayer with you. And when I was about to leave, he gave me some instructions. When he was through, I looked at him. I said, boy, there's plenty of instructions. He said, yes. I want you to carry those out. I want you to check on these people for me. I said, okay, I will do that. And I said, but I'm going to leave so you can get some rest. We both share our love and said we love each other. What I cherish the most about our relationship, we didn't wait for a special occasion to say we love each other. We always say how much we appreciate each other. And for this, I feel good that I was able to pray with him. I was able to share and tell him how much I appreciate him. And he said, I know, Sybil, I know you love me. And so with that in mind today, it gave me a strength to know that he said all is well. He said, I'm not afraid, you know. He said all is well. And he just gave me phone numbers of certain persons, a name, and said, I want you to check on them for me. When I left and I walked to the parking lot, I said to myself, I said, Keith spoke as though he is going to die. And I prayed, hoping that that would not have happened. But God knows all things. He makes no mistake. He does all things well. And so I apologize for Bishop not being here today because of previous commitment. He had a speaking engagement in the Turks and Caicos today. And so on behalf of the Clarke family, I convey our sincere condolences and know that we love you and we will keep you in prayer. Sister Mary, I love you. God bless you. And I will be keeping in contact with you even though I'm overseas. Love you.